Quote Retreat by Sandor. One quote, one reflection, one thought that could bring a moment of light and energy to your day. Join me as we take a look at today's quote. The quote is by Anne Lamott, born 1954. It reads, "Don't look at your feet to see if you are doing it right. Just dance." Let's take a moment together to explore the messages within this quote. You know what's fascinating about perfectionism? Studies show it affects over 30% of people, yet one simple quote about dancing might hold the key to breaking free from its grip. Let me share something that completely changed my perspective.
Well, that's intriguing. What's the quote that got you thinking?
It's from writer Anne Lamott. Don't look at your feet to see if you are doing it right. Just dance. And here's what makes it so powerful. It comes from someone who's battled alcoholism, faced single parenthood, and emerged to become one of America's most influential writers on authenticity.
That's really interesting. How she transforms personal struggles into universal wisdom. You know, her book Bird by Bird has become this sort of Bible for creative people, stuck in perfectionism.
Exactly right. And what's fascinating is how this philosophy has shaped her entire approach to teaching. In her workshops, she actually tells writers to embrace what she calls shitty first drafts. It's this radical permission to create without self-judgment.
The timing of her message seems particularly relevant now, doesn't it? Like, in this era of constant social media performance?
Oh my gosh, yes! Studies show that social media users spend an average of 2.5 hours daily, essentially watching their feet, checking likes, comparing themselves, monitoring their image. It's like we've become a society of professional self-monitors.
The way you're connecting those dots really shows how her message transcends just writing or creativity.
Well, here's what's really powerful about her approach. She's not saying ignore mistakes or don't try to improve. She's suggesting something much more nuanced. It's about finding that sweet spot between presence and paralysis.
You know what this reminds me of? Those studies on flow state, where researchers found that overthinking actually impairs performance in everything from sports to public speaking.
That's such a brilliant connection. And it ties perfectly into what psychologists call performance anxiety paradox, where trying too hard to perform well actually makes us perform worse. It's like, the more we stare at our feet, the more likely we are to trip.
The practical applications of this philosophy seem endless. How do you think people can actually implement this in their daily lives?
Well, I've been thinking about this a lot, and here's what's interesting. Research shows that people who embrace imperfection report 40% higher satisfaction in their creative pursuits. It's about starting with small moments of just dancing. Maybe sending that email without reading it 10 times, or sharing an idea in a meeting before it's perfectly formed.
That's such a practical way to break it down into manageable steps.
And you know what's really fascinating? When you look at successful innovators and creators, many share this common trait. They're willing to put their work out there before it feels perfect. Like, Steve Jobs famously launched the first iPhone with numerous features still in development.
The way you're describing this makes me think about how this applies to personal relationships too.
Exactly. Studies in relationship psychology show that authenticity is actually more attractive than perfection. When we're constantly monitoring ourselves, watching our feet, so to speak, we create this barrier to genuine connection. It's like we're dancing with a manual instead of with our hearts.
That's such a powerful metaphor for how self-consciousness can hold us back in so many areas of life.
And here's what I find most compelling about Lamott's message. It's backed by neuroscience. Research shows that overthinking activates our brain's analytical centers while suppressing the regions responsible for intuitive movement and creativity. So when we're watching our feet, we're literally shutting down our ability to dance freely.
Well, that really brings the science and the metaphor together beautifully.
Looking toward the future, I think this philosophy becomes even more crucial. As AI and automation increase, our uniquely human qualities, creativity, authenticity, spontaneity, become our most valuable assets. It's not about being perfect, it's about being perfectly human.
That's such an insightful way to look at the broader implications of this message.
So maybe the real challenge for all of us isn't learning the right steps. It's having the courage to stop watching our feet and just dance. Because in the end, that's where the magic happens. In those moments when we're fully present, fully authentic, and fully alive.
With that, we conclude this exciting episode. If you enjoyed this episode, I'd appreciate a like and a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Your support truly helps this channel grow. See you again tomorrow. Yours, Sandor.